Hello and welcome. I'm Gunjan Bidani. As the whole world battles the coronavirus pandemic, every single day is bringing in hope. Hope of a breakthrough, hope of a new vaccine. In this COVID 19 bulletin, we bring you facets of that hope, curated information on the new developments in science and technology each day that can help us in managing and overcoming the ongoing crisis. Ayurveda is a time tested treatment option for many Indians. Banking on this fact, the Ministry of Ayush, together with the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, has developed a new app named Ayush Sanjeevani. The app will help generate data on how widely are the Ayush advocacies and measures being accepted and used by the people. This will allow the ministry to measure its impact on the prevention of COVID 19. The app was launched by the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Harshvardhan. The data collected through this app will be analyzed to find out the usage of Ayush interventions and its efficacy in maintaining good health by enhancing immunity. The ministry targets to reach 50 lakh people through this app. Let's hear more about this application from Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha, who is the Secretary of Ministry of Ayush.
Actually, Ayush Sanjeevani app is to capture it's a public health and public is a social study. Actually, is not a clinical study. It's a social science study. That is why TISS is on board. Tata Institute of Social Science is on board, and this study is mainly aiming to look at impact of the Ayush advisories and Ayush intervention for the containment and mitigation of COVID-19. So whether we tell the people or not, in our heritage, we have tendency to use our own wisdom, like घर में हम गर्म पानी पीना शुरू कर दिया, like that, you know. And advisory also says you have to, if you please consider taking milk with haldi, or you please consider to take this kada with dalcheen and all those things. Simple self-care guidelines. So we want to see what happened after people followed these guidelines, and after if they have benefited, if benefited, how much. When we look at these possibilities, and when we work with a large number of sample size, like we are talking about 5 million, 50 lakh, then it has a science, it's a value of the science. It tells us exactly what happened after these advisories and following Ayush related guidelines, and whether they were able to keep them away from the COVID, or if at all they are infected, what happened? They were safe and they recovered faster than the other control population, like that. So it is having that kind of impact. And Ayush Sanjeevani application is made scientifically. It has some questionnaire, so it is not a survey. It is more of a study and not a survey. And when people download this application, they are prompted to look at what is the purpose of this application. So we humbly request them that please be informed that this is an advisory for you, and these are some videos for you to educate and to take help of your health. And then at the same time we rate them their behavior, that you are 5-star following healthy advisory, you are 4-star, you are 3-star. So they have a motivation to go from 3-star to 4-star to 5-star. And then at the same time, with their consent, we take their information.
Public and private companies of the country are joining forces to fight the coronavirus infection. The latest in this league is a pact signed between Hyderabad-based Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, or CCMB, and Hyderabad-based VINS Bioproducts Limited. The collaborators aim to develop a COVID-19 vaccine through this association. As part of this collaboration, the viral culture and testing platform will be provided by CCMB, whereas VINS Bioproducts Limited will bring in their expertise in anti-sera development. Collaborative research projects where players leverage each other's strength can help in getting rapid results, which is precisely the need of the hour.
VINS is a Hyderabad-based company. They have a very large number of horses in their horse farm, some 2,000-3,000 horses. So they are very capable of generating very large amount of antibody generation. So we have an agreement with them that we will make a virus in large quantities and inactivate the virus, ensure that virus is inactive and it cannot infect any more human or any other organism, and supply this virus to them time to time to immunize the horses that they will choose, and they will then bleed horses and get tested with us. How is the response, if there is a antibody response in that. And so we have 1 year agreement with them, and once they get the antibody, then they will go for trials. Their proper approvals will be required for that, and maybe some animal experiments and then patient trials. And once that works, then they can launch the antibody therapy as a treatment, as a therapeutic alternative, and which CSIR will have a share in their market sale.
As per the advisory issued by the Department of Science and Technology or DST, knowledge organizations across the country have started various initiatives to combat coronavirus and to create awareness about the pandemic. Various knowledge organizations are using social, print, and electronic media for disseminating scientific information related to COVID 19. Many organizations have also started initiatives to build resilience at the community level during the post lockdown period. Many laboratories in CSIR, National Botanical Research Institute, Indian Council of Agriculture Research Laboratories, Chandigarh University, Manipur University, Faridkot-based Baba Farid University of Health Sciences, and many more, which will get funding from DST, have contributed their knowledge and resources to develop and distribute the sanitizers as per the guidelines of the World Health Organization and to prepare masks as per the guidelines issued by the Principal Scientific Advisor. Many laboratories are engaged in providing COVID-19 testing services as well. Likewise, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences or AIIMS Delhi has developed a mobile app to give regular advisory to pregnant women. Similarly, the Srinagar-based Sher-e-Kashmir University of Agricultural Sciences and Technology of Kashmir or SKUAST has initiated a telemedicine facility to monitor the health of farm animals. Also, a herbal decongestant that can address breathing related issues has also been developed. Adding to the herbal product line, a herbal sanitizer has also been developed under a DST funded project, which has been transferred to companies for cheap and bulk production of sanitizers. As COVID-19 and lockdown can take a toll on mental health, a literature on COVID and psychosocial response by the community is being published by scientific organizations to create awareness. Also, a psychological first aid epidemic or PFAE for COVID-19 to minimize psychosocial problems is under development. A distancing compatible farm work loan for farmers ready to use biosurfactant based sanitizers and non-toxic and cheap body wipes to fight against this deadly virus have also been made. All in all, scientists are trying to fulfill their scientific social responsibility in every way possible. Let's know more about the scientific social responsibility in COVID-19 times from Dr. Rashmi Sharma, who is the Scientist E at the Department of Science and Technology.
We started issuing the advisory to our knowledge institutions and partners, and we had given them the guidance that how they should proceed under whatever projects we have funded to them. So they started taking action against that advisory and started acting on the ground, on the field, because there is no vaccine till date. So we have to give our society with the protective gears or sanitizers, face masks, face shields. So whatever possible way we can help them, so we have to do that. So they started acting on that, and we had initial rounds of meetings with them. So how they can accommodate the objectives, tweak their objectives to serve the society. So that is how we have started acting on that. We have got response from more than 30 organizations, knowledge organizations, and they have started working in 14 different states in the country. And they have started distributing the sanitizer, masks, and other PPE equipments. Like if I say that Chandigarh University, they had distributed almost more than 3,000 liters of sanitizer to the migrant population in Punjab. They have given it to the police departments in Haryana, Punjab, in AIMS, in Safdarjung. So they have come up with their scientific social responsibility. Other thing which they have done is very good initiative, that they were working on a working bench, portable working bench for the rural schools. So that was to teach them in their schools about the basic principles of physics, chemistry, biology, and computer sciences. So what they had come up with the idea that they will be modifying that working bench, and that will be used by the maybe by the community through our NGO partners, and they can make the sanitizers and masks within the community by themselves. So that kind of SOPs will be provided to them in that particular foldable, portable working bench. So that is a very good initiative.
That's all for today. We will be back with another edition of COVID-19 Bulletin soon. We hope that you all are safe, sound and staying at home. See you soon. Namaskar.